we said last week, obviously, Tony Khan has purchased Ring of Honor. Big news. Big implications for the future. Supercard of Honor. This is actually going to be the 15th Supercard of Honor show.
Right.
So, here's a pay-per-view. It's going to be taking place on 1st of April, which is going to be this Friday. We're recording this on the 29th of March. I usually say that at the beginning, but, you know, we want to do it an hour in, or do it an hour in.
An hour?
Well, near enough.
How long do we talk?
We just talk, don't we? Garland, Texas, from the Curtis Colwell Centre. I'll go through the matches, Ash. This is no particular order, but the announced matches so far, there are 6 of them. You can imagine there's, you know, a very large amount of AEW injection in there.
Well, from what I've seen in the card, it looks more like AEW versus Ring of Honor.
Well, there's going to be a degree of that, but remember, nobody's really, well, as far as we were made aware, but nobody's contracted to Ring of Honor because they were all sort of cut loose from there. But we've got, Ash, newly debuted to AEW, Swerve Strickland, and he's going to be taking on Alex Zane. Who do we think's picking up the win there?
Strickland.
Yeah, I'm saying Strickland. I think, because it's weird, because I am kind of looking at this to a degree that I guess Tony's booking this, I'd imagine.
Yeah, he's the booker.
So if he's booking the card, this is a big first test for him, but if he's booking the card, he's not going to deliberately make all the AEW guys go over. If he did, then I think we've got an issue. But Swerve's doing pretty well on Rampage. It'd be a weird thing to sort of cut his momentum short there.
Yeah, I think so. Especially with the big reveal.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I think, Swerve Strickland. Second, up next, Mercedes Martinez takes on Willow Nightingale. This is going to be to determine the interim Ring of Honor Women's World Championship.
Yeah. Because it's Donna Purrazzo who's the main champion, but I don't think they've really got her yet because she's still kind of Impact.
She is still Impact, yeah. So if it's an interim one, I guess they'll do what sort of did like with TNT stuff.
Could do. What?
Until Deonna comes through, or maybe she drops it to someone else that can come through, I guess. I don't know.
We'll see. I'll go for Nightingale just to mix it up.
I've got a feeling it's going to be Martinez. I don't know. It's tough, that, isn't it? It is tough. Do you know what? I am. No, I'm saying Willow. No. I can change it right now. I can't change it after. I've changed it. Fight me. Do what you want. That's a bit camp, wasn't it? Willow Nightingale. We're both going for the same thing. Right, speaking of Wheeler Yuta, Ash. Singles match for the Ring of Honor Pure Championship. It's going to be the champion, Josh Woods, reigning and defending against Wheeler Yuta.
I think it's going to be retained.
I think Wheeler. And I think Wheeler because I think it's going to tie into this whole William Regal thing, which works kind of perfectly with the Pure Championship.
I mean, the Pure Championship so far just been good wrestling, so I would expect it to continue.
Which is great, and I like Wheeler, but he's an interesting addition to the Pure Championship match, I've got to be honest.
And once again, this is going back to my AEW versus Ring of Honor card. Because I don't think...
most of it is.
I don't think... what's his name? Josh Woods has been on... It might have been on... I don't think he's even been on...
I don't think he's been on any of them, no. But, there's an AEW versus AEW match now with Jay Lethal versus Lee Moriarty, who will be accompanied by Matt Sydal. That pairing is obviously very much an AEW thing.
Yeah.
But the thing, look, we say that, and I say I'm jesting really, because to say Jay Lethal now is an AEW guy, he's a ringer. He's going to be a Ring of Honor guy through and through.
Yeah, and
the same way though he was a TNA guy.
But he's more. I say more people know now for Ring of Honor run because it was a long run. If people didn't know he was the same person as Black Machismo,
yeah. I honestly, in all fairness though, I'm not going to jump on this whole, like, it's all going to be AEW guys. Like, well, obviously, most of it is, but then a lot of AEW guys have come from Ring of Honor, you know? Like, but then also at the same time, you don't want just that, you know, this has got to be the start of something new, a new Ring of Honor. So we've got to sort of like, you know, we want familiar faces there, but we want new faces too. We want to see where this is going to go, you know? You got to keep it. It's got to be fresh.
And the thing is, Jay Lethal's another one of these people that have been brought in that the internet doesn't think has been treated better than he probably should be. But
there's an argument for it. But in all honesty, I think Lee Moriarty's winning that one anyway. I think he goes over Jay Lethal. It's an up and coming talent.
Possibly, but I'm going for Lethal. I just think he needs it.
Ooh.
Even though he said when he joined AEW that he would go back to Ring of Honor. Obviously, get bought by AEW, so he's going back to Ring of Honor.
So he's back. Well, what I imagine is going to be towards the end of the card is the long-awaited, well, I say long-awaited, obviously teased from Final Battle, but the Briscoe brothers, Jay and Mark taking on FTR, Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler. It's going to be for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship. Are we seeing a title change here?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think we...
That could be the Bret Hart debut, but they went... But I doubt it.
The thing is with this, there's a bigger story at play now, which wasn't necessarily the case when FTR first showed up to challenge the Briscoes at Final Battle. FTR look like they are slowly moving now into a face tag team. They fired Tully.
Yeah.
Dax is saying things like, yeah, we've done horrible things, but here's what we, blah, blah, blah. Like, it feels like we're going to slowly turn them face. And they're going to be taking on the Gun Club this week.
Great.
Who are, of course, a heel tag team. MJF made a point in his promo to say that, Pinnacle is still very much a thing and they're going to be stronger than ever. But, actually, I can't really see it. I think FTR's turning face. So then does that mean we see them take the titles here? I don't know.
Well, the only problem I have with this match is that it's not, apart from that segment at the Final Battle, they've not really had the chance to do anything. But that's only because the people at TNT didn't want Briscoes to appear.
Well, I was going to bring this up, actually. I think I'm going to go with FTR. And then what sort of formed the basis of that prediction is kind of going on what you're saying there, which is that apparently TNT executives are not potentially high on the idea of the Briscoes being on TV because of their style. They're basically concerned about it. But then I don't know if I buy that.
Well, I thought it was to do with the fact that one of them had a homophobic slur on Twitter like 10 years ago.
I think that did come out as well. But then if that's the case, look, both sides of the coin, if it's to do with the style itself, that doesn't make sense because AEW bleeds, they do bleed in spots every week now.
I also think the appearance from Nick Gage didn't help.
That probably didn't go down well. But then if anything, I mean, that was more Domino's problem than anybody else. But I still maintain I think that was brilliant. I think that was just perfect, wasn't it? But
that seems a long time ago.
If it's the other thing though, again, it's like it's bad to go out there and say horrible, silly things. But then if you genuinely do improve as a person, you should be awarded, I think, the opportunity to be able to prove that if you genuinely have changed. And it's not just, to save face in front of the media. But you see it time and again. I mean, Sammy Guevara. If you use that logic for the Briscoes, then you got to take Sammy off. You got to take... But
then again, they didn't bring in...
Austin Gunn off. You've got to take... there's loads of guys that you'll be taking off.
But the Brian Kendrick thing never happened. And he was going to go in and then they found out about this thing he did.
Yeah, but that came out and it was so fresh, though.
Yeah. That
literally came out as he was going to make the debut. It's different, I think, isn't it?
But it feels like everyone's forgotten about the Sammy Guevara moment. That was obviously a few years before.
People do forget these things, though. People will forget this stuff because it's just... I don't want to go into it. But people will forget this sort of stuff. It's just stupid. I mean, people should just watch them hours, basically. And if you genuinely believe some of the stuff that some people come out with, then, to be honest, I feel more sorry for them. Because it's just stupid, isn't it?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think people should be given the chance to show they've changed, should they want to make that, learn from their mistakes and everything. But anyway, pretty deep for a tag team title match. Yeah. But I'm saying FTR.
I'm sure I was saying FTR, but I'm sure they've done something in the indie scene.
Well, we're pretty much the same here, all the way up until Lethal and Moriarty. But the main event might change it.
Maybe.
we're finally going to have the winner takes all. Undisputed Ring of Honor World Championship match between newly crowned Jonathan Gresham and the former
champion.
And Progress champion, yeah. Our boy, technically our boy.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, he's our boy. Gresham's our boy. Taking on Bandido.
He's also Jordan Grace's boy.
That is true. Yeah, Bandido. Former champion, but never lost the title. Obviously couldn't attend Final Battle because he had COVID, which was a massive shame. But yeah, this is going to be a hell of a match.
Well, it is also rumoured that Gresham's going to be joining AEW. So
good. Let's get him and Bryan Danielson.
But join the Blackpool.
Oh yeah, well let's fight first. I'd rather see them fight each other than team at the minute. But
Bandito is one of my favourites. Kind of wanting to win, but I don't think he'll win.
I think is it a bit soon to take it away from Jonathan Gresham?
Well, it's another funny thing.
Or do you do it now to start afresh?
Because it's another weird thing. Because you go, we just said he's won Progress, which is WWE affiliated. He's the Ring of Honor champion, which is AEW affiliated.
He could be the bridge. He could be the bridge between worlds.
Which means
worlds collide? Because this is what it's like. The worlds collide. Are you ready?
Whatever. But but does that mean they're going to make him drop the title in Progress, or?
I think you might be thinking into that a bit much with the Progress thing. I think it's cool. It's a nice fact, isn't it? It's a nice little factor. But
is it the equivalent of when Taz beat Mike Awesome in ECW?
Is it the equivalent? Well,
is it equivalent? It's different.
I don't know, man. I'm going to say Gresham. I think it's a retain. I think it's a bit soon.
Well, it's going to be retained no matter what, isn't it? Technically.
That's a good point, yeah. It's not, yeah. I'm saying, what are you going to go for?
Bandito, I'm a fan, so...
I'm a fan of Bandito. I love Bandito. I think... I don't know. I don't know what the future's going to be like for Ring of Honor. It's awesome, though, that they've got the financial backing now to have a fair shake of things, but... Tony's going to need a big team, though. He can't do AEW and Ring of Honor by himself.
No, but I'm also interested... It's weird, one of those weird things I'm interested in, which is like commentary and like backstage analysis, because... what was the woman called?
Do you reckon we'll get Wrestling with Regret?
Oh, Brian Zane, possibly.
If we get Brian Zane in.
Because what was the backstage announcer that also wrestled? What's her name?
Oh, Quinn.
Yeah, because she's in WWE now.
Is she?
Yeah. She's on that NXT.
I didn't know that. Level Up?
Yeah.
Is she really?
Yeah.
I literally had no idea.
I don't know, like I said, I don't know.
To be fair, I've not really... I've seen that Santino Morella's daughter's in the kind of Performance Centre lineup now, and Roxy's there.
Yeah, but she dropped the title ages ago, so it didn't make a difference.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's pretty cool. Fair play to her. No, I don't know. We'll probably see some familiar faces, but I guess we'll see some new ones too, which I'm not going to say no to. This is a brand new Ring of Honor, so let's start another chapter, I guess. Yeah. Well, I'm sure... Supercard of Honor 15 will deliver, but
let's standard deliver.
Let's standard. You knew where I was going.
Yeah, exactly.
You just wanted it. That's fine. I wanted to set you up. You came in a bit quick, but
yeah, well,
that's not the first time I've heard you've done that.